The program you are about to watch is underwritten by Allergan Aesthetics and AbbVie Company. The views expressed therein are solely those of the doctors.
We have a very special guest with us who specializes in general and cosmetic dermatology in Southern California and has become a global YouTube and social media sensation with millions of followers on social media and almost 7 million subscribers to her YouTube channel, where her videos have been watched over 4.4 billion times. And I believe she's inspired countless young girls to want to become doctors when they grow up. She stars on the hit TLC series, Dr. Pimple Popper, now in its 3rd season. She's a 2-time winner of the People's Choice Awards, and I think a 3rd one's on the way. Please say hello to board-certified dermatologist and my dear friend, Dr. Sandra Lee. Welcome to The Gist, Sandra.
Thank you so much for having me. This is, I am truly honored to be amongst these great women here of dermatology. You guys are all the leaders, and I just get to hang out with this great group of girls. So I feel really special.
Well, I want to get right into it. Should people be popping their pimples at home? Like, what do you have to say about this, Dr. Pimple Popper?
I'm certainly, like all of you, we are all going to say, don't pop your pimples. And the more you squeeze and manipulate the skin, the more you increase the risk of infection and scarring.
I completely agree with you. I actually tell my patients that it's easier to manage their acne than the scarring that they can get from their acne.
If you wash your face and put something on it, you're much less likely to start picking at your face. But I always give my patients a little piece of bubble wrap so that they can just go home and do that instead of picking at their face.
Oh my God, that's my secret too. That's that's the greatest thing. It's very satisfying. You can also just dip it into some benzoyl peroxide or even hydrogen peroxide. And so that will help until you can get to the doctor's office. So I'm all about the Q-tips. Sandra, what do you think about, tell me what you think about, what do you tell people to do at home since you've become, the pimple expert?
The things that I usually recommend for people is to do a little zit facial, use a little over-the-counter acne spot treatment and place it on the bumps, because it will remind you, number one, to keep your hands off of it. The other thing is to use like a little pimple bandage and hydrocolloid dressing, or a little pimple patch. You place it on there, it can actually hide the area, but also it helps to keep your hands off of it and stop picking.
And one of the things I also love to do is put a liquid Band-Aid on top of the pimple, and then you can actually put sunblock and makeup on over that. So that also protects from my patients picking and digging. And
what I tell them not to do is use toothpaste, because people love to go and apply toothpaste on some of these pimples.
So Sandra, what exactly is a popaholic? And why are people so obsessed with Dr. Pimple Popper? I mean, I get it, but tell us.
I mean, sometimes I don't get it, really. I mean, a popaholic is somebody who just loves to watch pimple popping. There's some sort of satisfaction with it. It's sort of like a release. Something that is not supposed to be there is now gone. Like everything's back to normal, back in its place. People actually watch these videos to decrease anxiety, decrease panic. It's like a bedtime story for many people. They watch my pimple popping videos before they go to sleep. So it really is a thing. It really makes people happy, which is so interesting. I also think that it can help to minimize your own desires to pick at your own skin. It may be a way in which you can, stop picking at your skin, because we all know as dermatologists that is not a good idea.
I couldn't agree more with Sandra that there's definitely a cathartic experience for a lot of people in getting rid of something that they perceive may not need to be there.
So Dr. Sandra Lee, AKA Dr. Pimple Popper, we've talked about how diversity is so important, and it's near and dear to my heart, and clearly it's near and dear to her heart. So Dr. Pimple Popper has a diversity of blackheads that she wants to show us for a second that she's made us, because everyone gets acne. So Dr. Pimple Popper, have at it. Explain your blackhead spectrum to us.
Well, this is actually a snack that you can eat, but it is actually, weirdly enough, blackhead Rice Krispies. We have some fondant on top, and as you have these little pores, you can go ahead and extract them with the comedone extractor. You can squeeze. Let me get close here.
I love that. I can see that.
squeeze out the blackheads here. This one traumatizes the skin a little bit, but obviously in real life, your comedone extractor isn't going to do that. But this is really also to show as well that everybody gets acne. All skin of all colors get acne. And, you know, this is a sort of a fun way to kind of break the ice and talk about acne and educate people while entertaining them.
Thank you for doing that. That was a lot of fun, ladies.
As satisfying as it is, self-popping can also leave your skin scarred or infected. So when in doubt of exactly how to extract and treat them, call your dermatologist for help. Sandra, it's been so much fun having you on today. Come back and visit us anytime.
Absolutely. I'll pop in when you least expect it.
Thank you,
Love it.
That was great.